Working 18-hour days, I slipped and I fell. Winter's up and hit me, I had to change well. There's no way to sustain it, you'll crash and burn. Will not be able to work and no way to earn. Change well, and then you can leave. Change well, and your kids you can feed. Turn your life around for the final bell. It's now or never, you have to change well. It's now or never, you must change well.
Hello, this is Don Greer from the Change Well podcast. As you know, we have a 15-minute podcast on everything wellness. Today, we're going to go back to an episode we had, episode 2, where I mentioned the influences of the power of habit had on my wellness journey. In the book, the author provides insights into how to change habits in individuals, companies, and cultures. After hearing the last part on cultures, I was inspired by how we all can change our current social media culture. Immediately upon returning home, I thought, let's make kindness viral. Let's infect the culture with love. Think before you speak or write. Click like for love. Hide posts that discourage. So immediately upon coming home, I clicked on every single inspirational group I could find and quote in Facebook. I also wrote a bunch of inspiring quotes on myself and looked up Facebook pages like Spreading Positivity. I kept it up for the next few weeks, and lo and behold, my Facebook feed was miraculously giving me words of inspiration. Now, it can work the other way, so that's what I'm trying to say. Don't write anything negative, write positive, and you will get a feed that you like. Just think about how the algorithm works. One thing, things like the Ice Bucket Challenge, which went viral and helped a good cause. So we can change the culture by spreading kindness. Now, what came out of this? I had a great Facebook feed. And one time a meme popped up and it had the meme think. In addition to that, the same day that meme came up, I was at my Facebook, my Weight Watchers group, and it was all about practicing self-kindness. Lastly, our Facebook declared that Saturday as Pay It Forward Saturday. So I decided, hey, we need to have a podcast on the acronym THINK. So I'm going to explain what the acronym meant and how I apply it on my daily basis. We'll have a link to the THINK meme in the show notes. By using the THINK process, you can shape the running dialogue in your head and also inspire self-kindness and kindness outside of yourself and wellness in general. So let's unpack the acronym with some examples. The first one is, the first letter is T, and it goes with the phrase, is it truthful? Here's one of the thoughts that ran through my head when I was 358 pounds, and it wasn't entirely true. I do not have any willpower, and I'm tired to break out of this rut. That statement was not truthful, and on second thought, I realized it. Heck, I was an Army officer. I jumped out of airplanes. I even passed the indoor obstacle course at West Point. I had absolutely no coordination. So it was not true to think I couldn't do it. And so I definitely had the willpower, so it was not a truthful statement. And by dwelling on it, I had gone away from the truth. I was depressed, had a medical condition, and was overworked and overstressed. If you focus on falsehood instead of the goodness within inside of you, you attack yourself, others, and the wrong problem. So T, is it truthful? H, is it helpful? Do not dwell on the mistakes of the past. You know, you could sit there, you have a quarter pounder and cheese and go, oh, why did I eat the quarter pounder with cheese? Is that a helpful thought? No. Just think about how you're getting better each day and how where you had maybe one quarter pounder this week, You used to have one each day. I'm sorry I'm talking about quarter pounder. It's not the best thing to talk about in wellness. Bottom line is it helpful? And think of inspiring thoughts and plan on how you will do much better than dwelling on the past. So is it truthful? Is it helpful? Third one, is it inspiring? I cannot tell you how much I get from reading inspiring books and inspiring quotes. They have truly changed my inner and outer dialogue. So don't preach to the choir, be inspired, both when you communicate to yourself and others. N, is it needed? Both in our inner and outer dialogue, too many random negative thoughts clutter the message. Each day, what you should be thinking, this is what is needed. Each day I'm getting healthier and happier. Do not cloud your thoughts with unneeded worries or fears. Focus on what's now and needed. The last thing is probably the most important. K, is it kind? Don't say an unkind thing. If it's unkind, keep it to yourself. This is the most important part of the acronym in my mind. Be conspicuously kind to yourself and others. A kind act to yourself will allow you to drive to greater health when you have a momentary setback. And kindness to another has a double whammy. First, it makes you feel good, and then you get just returns over time. Don't hope for that, but kindness repays kindness. Above all else, mentor people. Do not mangle and complain about another's thoughts. So there you have it. Think. T, is it truthful? H, is it helpful? I, is it inspiring? N, is it needed? K, is it kind? Let that guide your inner and outer dialogue, and that will help you with wellness and health. Think yourself to a new you and a new society. Let me close with a poem that I wrote. Kindness flows through the crevices of life, always seeking to salve the sorrow and the strife. Goodness builds and flows around the multiple barriers upon which we are bound. So be good, not great, kind but strong. Seek the truth and right the wrong. And for all of us from Wellness Leadership LLC, be kind and think.